welcome back to my channel, Beautiful Colors. My name is Brianna, and today we are going to do the Coloring Memories tag that was created by Elm Colors, and I was tagged by the Norwegian colorist on YouTube. So thank you for tagging me, because I think this is the first official tag that I have actually been tagged in, and I'm super stoked and excited. But I will leave the links down below for Elm Colors channel so that you can go check out her original video, because she's the one that created the tag. And then I will leave the Norwegian colorist down below, because she is the one who tagged me, so that you can go over and check out her video. Now this video was created a few months ago, but it's been getting around to a bunch of people slowly over time. So you know, 4 months or not, I was tagged, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm super excited. So thank you so much for tagging me. So I have the list of questions right here next to me that I wrote down on my notebook. And I'm just going to, I don't know, sit here and color while we go over the questions. And at the end, there is a bonus question I will also try to answer as well. So this is the page that I've been working on. And yes, it has been scribbled on, if you can't tell. As most of you may know, if you have been to my channel a time or two, almost all of my colorings get scribbled on, and it just is what it is. Most of the time I forget to close my book when I walk away from it, and my son, who just turned 2 years old yesterday, loves to climb up here and grab my pencils and just go to scribbling, even if I turn my back for all of 2 seconds. But anyways, we will start coloring and get into the tag. I'm gonna finish it anyways, regardless if it's been scribbled on, just because I really liked how it was turning out, and I can, for the most part, cover up the scribbles, even though you could still see, you know, a few lines here and there. I'm still gonna color it because I've already put so much time into it, so it is what it is. But anyways, so question number 1 is, did you have a favorite coloring book or books as a kid? So to answer this question, no, not really that I can think of, because I didn't do a whole lot of coloring as a kid. I did color, but it wasn't something that like my family did or my siblings did, or like, you know, just the regular standard. It's most people buy their kids some crayons and some coloring books just to keep them busy and give them something to do. It within my family, it never was like a sentimental thing, or like there was not other people in my family that were coloring or drawing or color art, like, you know, like drawing artists or anything like that. So I didn't have anyone around me to influence to make me want to color more as a kid, I guess. And I really don't like have any favorite coloring books or anything. And I don't have all you people that I've seen your videos so far, you're showing like, and I'm so sorry, there is a truck driving by. I'm sorry if you can hear that. I might have to pause this video for a quick second, because that is the public works people sucking up the leaves from the side of the street. So I sincerely apologize for that. Maybe I should pause. Okay, sorry about that. I think they're gone now, because I cannot hear them anymore, so we will continue. So to wrap up that question, I guess, no, I don't really, or I didn't have a favorite coloring book or books as a kid, because I didn't color a whole lot as a kid. Okay, so question number 2, what was your go-to art supply as a kid? I think I can answer this one, because I think as far as us kids here in the US, I don't know about other countries, but for us kids in the US, pretty much every single child's first go-to coloring supply is Crayola colored pencils or crayons. It usually starts with crayons, and then when you get a little bit older, they get a little braver and they offer you pencils. So yeah, that's, I mean, if when I did color, and if I did color, I always had a box of Crayola colored pencils or a box of Crayola crayons. When I got a little bit older, like maybe into my like teenage years, I was obsessed with what are they called? Sharpie markers. Yep, I was obsessed with Sharpie markers, and I had a whole jar of them, all different colors, and I didn't even actually really use them for coloring, honestly. I just used them to jot down notes or to write or draw or doodle on a piece of paper, because I did not color a whole lot as a kid. I just didn't. I lived on a very large farm, if you will, and there was always lots to do outside with the animals, the horses. So I didn't have like, I mean, there was always something to do outside. So that's really what I did. It was do things outside. But anyways, question number 3 is, did you color or draw more as a kid? Now I think if I would have answered this question first, it would have made it easier to sum up the other questions, I reckon. So I definitely drew more as a kid than I colored, for sure. So and I meant to grab it before I sat down and before I hit record. But maybe if I remember, I can show you guys in another video. I have my original sketchbook from when I was a kid, and I have a whole bunch of drawings of characters and like sketches and stuff like that, because I definitely drew more as a kid. I used to sit down with pictures of my animals and then try to draw them on paper from what I saw. And I've always loved Disney and been a huge fan of Disney and loved animation and animation characters and things like that. So I always used to practice drawing different characters like Aang from the Avatar and different Disney characters, because that's the more type of stuff that I did rather than colored. But yeah, maybe one day I'll show you guys in a video my sketchbook. Question number 4. Do you have a favorite coloring memory as an adult or kid? This one's probably gonna have to be a favorite coloring memory as an adult, because I don't really have any coloring memories as a kid, not really, that I can think of at all. So let's see, I have lots of favorite memories. Since I've started adult coloring, there's been so many times where I've been having so much fun, and you know, it's been embedded as my mind as like a fun memory with friends. And it's always been when I am coloring with someone, because I find that when you are really into something, like you absolutely love something like this, like coloring as our hobby, that we love so much, that it makes us so happy when we find other people that are also, you know, into the same things that we are, that it makes it so much more fun that you can share that with them, or that you could do that with them. So all of my best coloring memories have been coloring with my grandma, coloring with my friends. I don't really know if I could pinpoint one. Just coloring with someone is always more memorable, and it is just always more fun. I know there was this one time, it's not really coloring related, but it is art related. Me and my friend, who does not live close to me, she lives a state over, I think like 5 or 6 hours away from me. She does color with me. She's one of my friends that I speak of when, you know, when I mention people doing buddy colors with me. Sometimes it's her. But we sat on the porch one time, and we did that thing where you paint a canvas and you start a timer, and you give yourself like 2 minutes to start painting something on a canvas, and when the timer's out, you swap and you keep it hidden and secret from each other until you swap and you see what they did. And it literally was so much fun. But she left and moved away. She was here where I live for college, but when she left and went back home, we haven't been able to do it again. But it was so much fun. I think that everybody should try that. I know it's not coloring related, but it is art related, and it's still fun. And if you do dabble in paint, I think that it was a lot of fun. We sat on the front porch and just giggled and laughed at the things that we were painting. It was just great. But to move on, let's see. What was your first adult coloring book? Oh, that one's easy. Well, so as far as adult coloring books, I know, like, so there's two ways you can look at this, I guess. You can look at whether it was your first adult coloring book being as a book that is marketed towards adults, or just your first adult coloring book that you like took seriously and became a big deal, and I don't know, kind of got you started in the adult coloring community type deal. Because the one that in my head I could tell you, and I could show you right now, this is my first adult coloring book to me when I think about what was my first book. But technically, I have had, before this book, I did have books that were marketed towards adults, like the color by number ones that were marketed towards adults, that were more intricate, stuff like that. I had those, and I had one of those really patterned ones. If you go back and look at like my oldest coloring book collection videos, like the ones that were years ago, you will see all of the books that I had, and those are in there. The older, like patterned and color by number kind of adult coloring books. I had those before this one, but I did not like them, and I wasn't like really into them. I just had them just in case I felt like sitting down and coloring. But when I discovered the coloring community on YouTube and like really got into it and started watching everybody's videos, and then started to think, you know, I want to get my own book, I want to get some pencils, I want to practice what I'm seeing, and like I really want to get into this thing. This was the first book that I purchased. I think it was, I found it at Walmart, I think it was. And I love it. It still to this day is my favorite coloring book, and I will eventually at some point color everything in this book, all of the images. I have already put a lot into it, but it's falling apart, and I don't really like that. It kind of irritates me and makes me sad, but I think I'm going to buy another copy and then just try to tread lightly with it maybe and see if I can keep it from falling apart. But yeah, this was my first adult coloring book to me, but not technically, if that makes any sense. So anyways, next question. What was your first adult art supply? What was my first art supply as an adult colorist? This one is easy because it was the Prismacolor 72 set. So yeah, it was the Prismacolor 72 set. So after I got the Mythomorphia book, at the time that I had purchased it and I was watching, you know, coloring related videos, I was watching everybody's color book collection videos. That's all I did. And still to this day, at nighttime when I lay in the bed, for a few hours, all of you guys, I watch all of your videos, your coloring book collections, what you've colored for I still, to this day, watch. Like, it never stopped. It's something that never stopped for me, and it just grew on me, and now I'm obsessed with it. And now I'm just like all of you guys who has not enough hours in the day and way too many books to show them all an equal amount of love. But anyways, yeah, the Prismacolor, I don't know how I went on that huge rant, but the Prismacolor 72 set was my first adult art supply, because before that I only had the Crayola 100 set of pencils, and that's what I used to color in the Mythomorphia book when I first got it. I used my Crayola pencils because they were all I had until I got the Prismas. So yeah, next question, I guess. And I do not love how these leaves are coming out, but it's okay. I'm not gonna try too hard, because this page is already scribbled on, so it is what it is. Anyways, next question. How did you get into adult coloring? Well, I guess I kind of just went on a rant about that. Sorry. Well, I don't know how initially it started, but I think that, so my husband used to be in the military, and we never lived on post, but we lived in like this housing area outside of post. And while he was in the military, I had our first baby, and I literally was just home with her all of the time. I did not go anywhere. I did not do anything. We moved away from family, so I didn't have any friends or family nearby. And me and my husband at the time shared a vehicle, so I couldn't go anywhere if I wanted to. So I literally just sat at home. So anyways, I don't know, I guess I just found what to do with my time. Besides watching TV and playing video games, I guess I've always been a very artsy person, so anything related, like, I don't know, probably Jazza. I think I haven't watched his videos in a while, but I think that's what is his channel's, I don't remember what his channel's name is. I think it's Jazza, and lots of other people. I've always watched, you know, art related videos, whether it be art, like art in general, or painting, or I don't know, colored pencil artwork, or like Bob Ross. I used to love to watch Bob Ross paint. So I guess, I don't know, because I don't remember when it happened or what the moment was, but I guess I just must have come across a coloring related video, and it might have even been a tutorial, because I vaguely remember trying to do this like anime how to color skin and hair type tutorial thing, and I think I tried to do it and it turned out horrible because it was my first time and I had printer paper and Crayola colored pencils. But anyways, and then I guess I just kept watching videos, and then somewhere along the way I don't know, noticed that there's this community of people that are into adult coloring books, and they color beautiful pictures, and it looks fun, and I want to try. So that's basically what happened to my memory, the best of my memory. Anyways, I need to stop saying anyways, anywho, but moving on. Number 8, right? Yeah, who was your first YouTube colorist? Maybe I should have watched everyone's videos to the end to understand what this, or maybe I should have watched Elm explain that question better, because I don't think I watched the end of her video. I don't really understand what that's trying to say, but who was your first YouTube colorist? Like the first one that you watched, or like the first one that you noticed on YouTube? I can't answer that because like I just explained, I literally don't remember how it happened or who I was watching. I just know that with my personality and all of the time that I had on my hands, I was just watching everybody's videos. I was just one right after the other. Coloring book collection, coloring book collection, coloring book collection, what I bought this month, this month's haul. I was just watching them all. So there wasn't one person that I was like, not right off the bat, not right in the beginning. There wasn't anyone that I was like, oh, I'm just going to watch all of their videos. I love them. This, yada, yada. I just loved all of them. I loved all of y'all's videos. I loved watching them all. So there wasn't really one that stuck out. Now, a little bit later, there have been others, some of you guys that have really, really stuck out that I make sure I try to keep up with to the best of my ability. To watch all of your videos, but there's too many of you guys. There's so many of you guys on YouTube now, and I just love watching all of your videos, so it's really hard to like pick and choose. But number 9, let's see, what is the first page you remember being really proud of? Let's see, maybe I should have actually pulled it out. Let me see if I can. Well, the first page I remember being proud of, I can show this one. And this, when I say first, like this is the very first. And this was even before I got my Prismacolor 72 set. And this page is still today, even though I could do so much better if I were to recolor it. I still absolutely love this page, and I remember being so proud. I was like, I did that. Look at the blending that I did, because it was my first try in my Kirby book. Where the heck is it? And it was done with Crayola colored pencils. So I remember my hands hurting so bad, and I had to go over it 1,000 times with harder and harder pressure, and it was just really difficult because I was using Crayola colored pencils. But where the flip is it? Okay, hold on. I know it's in here. I think since the pages have been falling out, they've kind of just been placed back in the book. And they're just kind of everywhere. But look, there's even like, look. It's all kinds of messed up. I think what I'm going to do is just repurchase this book and try my darndest to keep it clean. But anyways, it was this page. And I know to you, you're probably like, for real, that's the one that you're the most proud of. At the time, yes. At the time, this was my first book. This was my first serious attempt at trying to like, see, I was using a dark color and then a light color. The wood has like 3 or 4 different browns, and I was trying to make sure that I went with the dark color to shade behind the branches. And I took 2 colors, even though they're not very drastic in color. There's a little bit of blending on the leaves. The mushrooms are horrible. They look flat. But the grass, I used a dark green to go and try to shade on the grass. This was my very, 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 very first attempt. And at the time, yes, I was very proud of it. And still to this day, I love it because of the memories of coloring it, as well as just the illustration in general. I love this illustration, and that is another reason why I've thought about getting this book again, over and over again, because I would love to color this illustration again, because something about the gnome dude and the tree, and it's just so cool. I just love it. But yeah. To answer the question, this one was the first, the one I remember first being super proud of. Even though I could do so much better today if I recolored that. It would look so different. So maybe I'll do that one day. Maybe on like a video or something. Okay, so number 9, right? No, number 10. I just read number 9. Look at me. I'm already almost done and I've barely colored anything. What made you think, yes, I am absolutely an adult colorist? So this is kind of funny. I never really, I don't remember a moment, to be honest. But I do remember maybe a time or two explaining to someone when they ask, yeah, I color, like adult coloring, like a, you know, like an adult colorist. You know, there's a community of people on Instagram, on YouTube. It's what we do. We color things. So I don't remember an exact moment, but um I don't know. I don't know. I think it's funny. Because I don't remember like an exact moment, but I don't really know how to answer that question. I'm kind of at a loss for words right now. Oh goodness. Let's see if I can think. What made you think, yes, I am absolutely an adult colorist? So the very first time I uploaded a video to YouTube, and it's funny, it's still on there. You can go back and watch it if you want to, but please don't cringe and please don't leave hate comments. But it was originally, funny story, it was originally only intended for my grandmother to see, because I had gotten into this world of adult coloring, and my grandmother has always been an artist and a beautiful artist. She could paint. She's painted so many beautiful things on rocks, on driftwood, on canvases. She's really been the artistic one in my family. And when I started getting into adult coloring, I was so excited that I could not wait to share everything with her. And we don't exactly live close by. She lives about 6 hours from me. So I couldn't record a long video on my phone and then send it to her. And no matter how I tried, I couldn't get it to send. So my next thought was, well, I could just record and post a YouTube video, and then I could just like make it private or whatever and then send it to her. But I ended up posting it to YouTube and never took it down. And then it started getting views. And then I was like, well, maybe I should make another one. And I made another one, and then another one, and then another one. And I haven't stopped since. So I don't know. It's kind of funny. So I guess, I don't know, just sometime along the way, I was like, well, I'm doing this. I'm one of the adult colorists that there is on YouTube, and I'm out here posting on Instagram like all the rest of them. So I don't know, it just kind of happened. But I don't know. I love the story times. I think they're hilarious. But please, if you watch the video, please be nice. This was like forever ago. I don't even know if it's like 4 or 5 years ago now. It was forever ago. So the last, it's not even the last question, it's the bonus question, and I will, to the best of my ability, try to answer it for you guys. So the bonus question is, who in the community do you remember reaching out to you and making you feel included? Okay, well, there have been a lot of you guys that have reached out to me, and as well as I have reached out to a lot of you guys. And I think as far as everyone in the coloring community on YouTube and Instagram, all of you guys and all of us, we love the same things, and we are all supportive of each other, and we love to see each other's, you know, what we're doing, what we're coloring. You know, I think that everybody is super nice and super inclusive, and there's not been anyone that has been discouraging or, you know, like tried to reach out to and, you know, you've been ignored or been shut down. Everyone that I've ever reached out to has been more than willing to respond to me and do buddy colors or, you know, collabs. When we did the Christmas box collab thing, that was really nice. But I guess it says that you remember made you feel included. I don't think that I could, I don't know, I don't think that I could be specific, just because you all of you may have made me feel included. When you make your, you know, monthly coloring videos and you say, you know, I colored this month with beautiful colors, and thank you for coloring it with me. And then you tag me in your video for doing the buddy color with you. All of that stuff makes, all of those things that you guys do make me feel loved and included, and I really, really appreciate it so much. And I know that I'm sitting here twiddling my fingers instead of coloring, but it makes me a little bit emotional, because I guess that is kind of a little bit of an emotional question. I don't know, because there's a lot of you guys that I absolutely love and adore, and yeah, I don't think anyone specifically I could call out, honestly. There's just a lot of you. So just know that if you've ever reached out to me, or we've ever talked in any way, shape, or form, that you have all made me feel included, and I really appreciate all of you, and I love you all. But anyways, that is the last question, well, the bonus question, so that's everything. So I guess to finish out the video, I already said this was a tag that was created by Elm Colors, and I will leave all of that in the description below, and that I was tagged by the Norwegian colorist. So thank you so much for tagging me. I know I already said all of this, but I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I cannot wait for the next video. So yeah, if you would love to, feel free to leave a comment down below, to like the video. Let me know some of your answers to the questions. And also, I want to say that I am not going to specifically tag anybody, and that is only because this tag was started about 4 months ago, and I went through a bunch of everybody's videos, and just about everyone under the sun has already been tagged. So what I'm just gonna do is, if you see this video and if you want to, feel free to post this of your own. You know, feel free to go ahead and do this video as well. But just to make sure to tag Elm Colors in your description, because she is the one that started the video, and then you can go ahead and tag me as well, saying that, you know, I watched her video and she was the one that kind of, you have been tagged by me, so to speak. But anyways, I love you guys all so much. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.